4 years ago, I made a decision that put $500 back in my pocket and completely transformed the way my skin feels and looks. I switched from cartridge razors to safety razors. And honestly, it was one of the best decisions I ever made in my entire life. And let me show you exactly what happened over these 4 years. Let me take you back to 2021. I was standing in the drugstore aisle looking for disposable cartridge razors for my Gillette Fusion. And, I'm spending $34 on 8 cartridge razors. And it was simple math, right? It's like I'm paying $4 a piece. I was getting tired of paying it. I really was. And one blade would last me, I don't know, maybe a week, because I head shaved too, brother. So I'm going through blades a lot faster than most people. And as you guys know, if you're shaving your head, you go through blades awfully quick. So I was spending roughly $180 a year just to shave my face. Here's the kicker. My skin wasn't even happy about it. I was dealing with razor burn on my neck, ingrown hairs. It was not a favorable shaving experience. It was a chore, and I'm sure it's a chore for a lot of you guys out there as well. Plus, every time I threw away another plastic cartridge, I felt guilty about the waste. But what choice did I have? Then I stumbled down the YouTube rabbit hole. And I'm not going to lie to you, the first few shaves were interesting. They really were. With cartridge razors, you just press and drag it, right? With a safety razor, angles matter. You need about a 30-degree angle. Let the weight of the razor do the work, or just very slight pressure when you're using, an aluminum razor. My first attempt, I pressed too hard and got a few nicks. I really did. Nothing serious, but definitely a learning curve. Here's what I wish someone would have told me on day one. First, start with a mild razor and a sharp blade. This seems counterintuitive, but sharp blades actually cut better with less irritation, at least for me. Second, map the grain of your face. Knowing which direction the hairs grow on your face, your neck, your jawline is huge. Took me a few months to figure that out. Third, take short strokes. With these cartridge razors, I was used to taking such a long stroke on my face. And with safety razors, we don't do that. We take smaller 1 to 2 inch strokes. And that's a complete difference. I was not used to that. When I first started shaving with a safety razor, I damn near shaved my whole face without even rinsing it off. And it is the truth. You can actually watch those videos. It took me about 2 weeks to get comfortable with safety razors, and maybe a month before I was getting consistently good shaves. But here's the thing. I was already saving money during this learning period. And that's the truth, the results. Fast forward 4 years, and let me break it down for you what actually happened. Cost savings. Cartridge razors for 4 years, and I've got some stuff written down here. I spent $180 times 4 years is $720. Safety razors, 4 years. Initial cost of a safety razor, I spent like $40, $50. They're a little more expensive now by about $10. But this is what I spent. Blades, I've spent about $75 on blades because I like some of the higher end razor blades. But again, the total cost is $115. I spent $605. Now, that's being conservative. Some of you are already spending way more than that on cartridges right now. And I get it, I was too. But here's what really surprised me, the way my skin started to look. This is a huge selling point for me. My skin completely changed. Within 3 months, razor burn was gone. Ingrown hairs basically eliminated. My neck, which used to be red and irritated after every shave, now looks smooth and healthy. Cartridge razors, with their 5 blades, are actually making 5 cuts with 1 pass. That was way more irritation for me. A safety razor makes 1 clean cut. Unexpected benefits. The ritual changed me. Shaving went from a chore I just rushed through to something I actually enjoy. There's something about the process. Building up a lather with a brush on your face. The weight of the razor, the quality of it, the focus it requires to shave with a safety razor. You're learning something new. It became more meditative in the morning routine for me. And the environment impact? Well, in 4 years, I've thrown away about, 100 blades that can be recycled versus hundreds of plastic cartridges that would just sit in landfills for that matter. The benefit breakdown. Let me give you the complete picture of what I've gained. Financial freedom. $600 saved over 4 years. My cost per shave now is probably, about 5 cents. Just because I get a lot of free stuff too. And you'll notice in this wet shaving community, people are more than happy to give you stuff for free. If you go to any of the wet shaving meetups, they have a PIF table where it's pay it forward. And you can grab all kinds of stuff from there. I mean, everything is on that table. It's all free. And honestly, most of it's not junk. It's just stuff that people have acquired that they don't use anymore and they want to give it to someone else to get them into wet shaving. It's a great community to get into. All right, better shaves. Closer shaves that actually last longer. Honestly, less irritation and razor burn. Eliminated 90% of my ingrown hairs. Smoother skin texture overall. I mean, my skin looks really good compared to it did 4 years from now. And I'm 4 years older. Come on, America. Quality of life. Okay, shaving became enjoyable instead of a chore. No more panic when I realized I was out of cartridge razors. I didn't have to stretch them and get a even worse shave trying to stretch a blade out because they were so expensive. The satisfaction of mastering a skill. I tell you what, learning this, you have to learn how to shave all over again, and it's something that is very addicting. Ask anybody in this space. Environmental impact. Minimal plastic waste. Recyclable blades. These metal blades are recyclable. Quality razor that actually will last a decade, not months, compared to, these shitty things right here. I mean, I used to buy 2 or 3 of these a year. The handles itself. And there's the rabbit hole part. Once you get into it, there's this whole world of different razors, blades, soaps, brushes, and now I have a small collection. But even that, I'm still way ahead financially. Tips for anyone considering the switch. If you're thinking about making the switch, here's my advice after 4 years. Start with a beginner-friendly razor. Don't go right into a really aggressive razor. Something that's mild and forgiving that you can learn with. Get a blade sample pack. Everyone's face and skin hair type's a little different. So try, 5 to 10 different types till you find your favorite. For me, it was Persona Comfort Coats or Persona Platinums and anything made by Accutech. It's all the same company. And I just favor those. They're a little bit on the pricier side, especially if you go to Accutech, but that's why I said I pay a little bit more than everyone. One of my biggest things is skin preparation, brother. Take a hot shower before you shave your face. I mean, for me, night and day difference, completely. I mean, yeah, I can put a hot towel on my face for 3-4 minutes, but nothing compared just to taking a hot shower, which takes me about the same amount of time. And here's the biggest thing. Give yourself time. Don't judge your experience after the first week. Give it about a month so you can learn the technique and start mastering this. Join the community. There are great forums and YouTube channels just like this one where you can learn and ask questions. The investment is minimal. You can get started for around $50 compared to what you would spend in a cartridge razor in just a few months. The conclusion. Looking back a few years, switching to a safety razor, generally one of the biggest decisions I've made. Over $600 saved, better shaves, healthier skin, and I actually enjoy my morning routine. If you're tired of spending a fortune on cartridges and dealing with irritation, I can't recommend this enough. Yes, there is a learning curve, right? But it's totally worth it. Just give it a chance. Drop a comment below if you have a question about getting started. I've made plenty of mistakes myself over the past 4 years, so you don't have to. And if you're already using a safety razor, let me know how long you've been shaving and how much money you've saved over the years. And don't go down the rabbit hole and tell me how much you've spent. Nobody really cares.